So sentiment is somewhat shakier this morning. Market participants obviously leaning into the taco trade on Monday. Maybe a bit of a dead cat bounce coming through in the equity space as well, but certainly shakier and less sure tones prevailing in early trade this morning. S&P futures down by 1% or so, and that's really as a result of a couple of negative headlines out of China. Firstly, China looking at how the US probe into shipping is going to affect the country and whether they need to take retaliatory measures, and also some Reuters sources reporting that China has been essentially dragging its feet on rare earth export permits since the start of September. And I guess the price action that we've seen this morning, with stocks taking a bit of a leg lower, demand for havens such as the dollar, gold remaining resilient, and treasuries trading firmer across the curve as well, really just speaks to probably how things are going to pan out over the next couple of weeks. I think participants are happy to look at the tariff threats that we had last week as a negotiating tactic, as another example of this escalate to de-escalate strategy. But it's also a case that we do now have to price in an additional degree of risk. There is, of course, the potential, even if it's relatively slim, that these 100% tariffs on Chinese imports that the US are threatening do indeed go into effect on the 1st of November. And I think as a result of that, markets are going to remain highly sensitive to incoming tariff and trade-related news flow. So while I still look at this and view it as a case of the path of least resistance as leading to the upside for equities, as dips being buying opportunities given the solid economic and earnings backdrop coupled with the looser monetary policy outlook, I think it's very, very likely at this moment in time that we do trade with much higher levels of implied and realized vol as we move through the next couple of weeks. And while participants are happy to sort of lean into the idea of the taco trade, I don't think anyone's going to be too comfortable going all in on that idea and really buying in with conviction unless and until we see some concrete progress on that front, whether it be a sort of leader level phone call, whether it be confirmation that this Trump-Xi summit is indeed going ahead at the end of the month, or even Trump going back on those threats in their entirety. So choppy conditions likely to prevail for the time being. My bias remains an upward one when it comes to the equity market, but of course Q3 earnings season could throw a bit of a spanner in the works as well.